You're lying in the dark. Phone screen just went black. But your mind, still lit up like a city, you replay that one conversation, that one message, that one moment where you wish you'd said something different. If that's you right now, this video is for you. And if you stay with me, I'll walk you through a simple Stoic night ritual you can actually do right here in bed to calm your mind so you can finally sleep. In a few minutes, I'll even give you one sentence you can say to yourself when your brain tries to start the replay again. Stay with me. Right now, your struggle isn't just, "I can't sleep." It's this feeling that the day is still unfinished. Maybe you're replaying a text. Why did they leave me unread? Did I sound needy? Maybe it's work. That email I sent, did it sound stupid? Did I mess up that meeting? Or maybe it's something heavier. A fight with someone you love. A mistake you made. A future you're terrified of. Your body is tired. Your eyes are heavy. But your mind is wide awake, scanning for danger. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple 3-step Stoic bedtime ritual. How to separate what you can control from what you can't. How to give your thoughts a home outside your head. And how to zoom out so tonight doesn't feel like the end of the world. If you don't change this pattern, you already know the cost. You lose sleep. You wake up drained. You carry yesterday's war into a brand new day. And slowly, your nights stop being a place of rest and become a courtroom where you are always on trial. How many nights have you already given away to battles that only existed in your head? In a moment, I'll show you a tiny 3-line journaling ritual you can do without even getting out of bed. But first, you need to understand why your brain does this. You're not broken for overthinking at night. Your brain is actually trying to protect you. It's just using the wrong tool at the wrong time. At night, there are fewer distractions. No meetings, no notifications, no pretending you're fine. So every unfinished emotion from the day lines up at the door of your mind. 1. Your brain thinks replaying the day will fix it. If it can just review the scene enough times, it might find the perfect line, the perfect comeback, the perfect solution. 2. Your brain confuses thinking with control. If I keep worrying about this, I'm being responsible. It feels like if you stop worrying, everything might fall apart. 3. Your bed becomes a courtroom. You lie there, cross-examining yourself. What's wrong with me? Why did I say that? Why am I always like this? Does any of that sound familiar? Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Right now, your imagination is running the night shift. But you don't have to fire it. You just need to give it a better job. In a second, I'll give you a simple Stoic question you can ask yourself tonight that will start calming your mind in under 30 seconds. Here's the key Stoic idea we're going to use tonight. The dichotomy of control. Sounds fancy, but it's actually simple. There are only 2 baskets in life. Basket 1, things you can control. Basket 2, things you can't. Your thoughts, choices, actions, and attitude. Your basket. Other people's reactions, the past, random events, tomorrow's weather, whether they text you back. Not your basket. Let's make it real. Imagine you had an argument today. You said something you regret. Now you're replaying every word in bed. You cannot control what the other person is thinking right now. You cannot go back and edit the scene. But you can control the way you speak to yourself about it, the decision to apologize tomorrow, and whether you torture yourself all night or let your body rest. Epictetus said, "People are disturbed not by things, but by their opinions about things." Your mind isn't kept awake by the event. It's kept awake by the story you're telling about the event. So here's your first micro exercise. You can do this right now, without moving. Bring to mind the one situation you're currently overthinking. Just one. The main one. Now, softly ask yourself in your head, what here is truly mine to control, and what isn't? Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine putting everything you cannot control into a box on the floor next to your bed. You're not fixing it. You're just putting it down for tonight. If you try this honestly, you've already taken your first stoic step, and you haven't even moved your head on the pillow. So why do you still get stuck, even when you know all this? Because your brain has built habits around 3 traps. Trap 1. You think replaying the scene is the same as learning from it. It's not. Replay is just emotional Netflix. You're watching the same episode again, hoping the ending will magically change. Second trap. You mistake preparation for punishment. A little bit of reflection, helpful, hours of self-attack. That's not growth, that's self-harm in slow motion. Trap 2. You trust your 2 a.m. thoughts like they are the truth. But you wouldn't trust a tired, hungry stranger on the street. Why trust a tired, hungry brain alone in the dark? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Your late-night pain is often your estimate, your guess, your worst-case story. So ask yourself, if my best friend told me this exact story, would I judge them as harshly as I'm judging myself right now? You already know the answer. Now let's turn all of this into something you can actually do tonight. Here's your Stoic night ritual. 3 simple moves you can start using. Starting now. Move 1. Name the replay and separate fact from story. When your thoughts start racing, don't just sink into them. Catch them. You quietly say to yourself, okay, this is the replay about Namastu. You fill in the blank, the text, the meeting, the argument. Then, in your mind or on your notes app, split it into 2 short lines. Line 1, facts. Line 2, story. Facts, what actually happened. For example, they didn't reply to my last message today. Story, what you're adding on top. They're mad at me. They don't care. I ruined everything. See the difference? The pocket sentence for move 1 is this. This is a thought, not a threat. Seneca would approve. He reminded us that imagination multiplies our suffering. Naming the story cuts it in half. Move 2. A 3-line journal to empty your mind. You don't need a fancy journal. Your notes app is fine. A scrap of paper is fine. You can even whisper it if you don't want to write. 3 lines. Line 1. What happened today? Short. 1 or 2 sentences. I argued with my partner about money. Line 2. What is in my control? I can speak calmly tomorrow. I can listen better. I can apologize for my tone. Line 3. What I'm putting down for tonight. I can't control their mood tonight. I can't rewrite today. I'm putting that down until tomorrow. Write it, or say it quietly. You're giving your mind a signal. I've taken responsibility. I don't need to keep spinning. By writing it down, you give the worry a home outside your head. Your brain can stop pacing because it knows this is stored. We'll handle it tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius used his journal this exact way. His meditations were basically notes to himself so his worries didn't rule him. He wrote, "Don't let your mind run on things you don't control. These steal your strength." You're doing the same thing with 3 lines. Move 3. A 30-second Memento Mori, view from above. Now we zoom out. Memento Mori doesn't mean think about death and panic. It means remember life is finite, so spend it wisely. Here's the exercise. Close your eyes if you can. Picture yourself many years from now. Older, wiser, looking back at tonight. From that future point of view, ask, will this moment deserve a whole night of my life? Really sit with that for a second. You might still care about the situation. It might still matter. But you'll also see how small it looks compared to your whole life. Then you quietly say to yourself, I won't spend a whole night on a 5-minute moment. That's your second pocket sentence. Take one more slow breath. On the inhale, I did what I could today. On the exhale, tonight, I let it rest. Epictetus might whisper here, as you are, dying, see the things of earth as they are. Short, real, temporary, not worth sacrificing every night over. Now, let me show you how this looks in a real situation. Imagine this. You're in bed. You sent a message earlier to someone you care about. You opened up a little. They replied short, cold, or they didn't reply at all. Your phone is on your nightstand, but your mind is still scrolling. Did I say too much? Did I push them away? Are they talking to someone else? Your chest feels tight. You think, I need to fix this right now. You start drafting a follow-up message, then deleting it. Again and again. This is the before version. You normally lie there for another hour, staring at the ceiling, building entire stories about what this one text means for your whole life. But tonight, you try the Stoic ritual. First, you apply. Move 1. Name the replay. You tell yourself, okay, this is the replay about the text. You split it. Facts. I sent a vulnerable message. I haven't gotten the reply I wanted yet. Story. They don't care. I'm annoying. I ruined everything. As you see that separation, the emotion is still there. But now it has a shape. You say in your head, this is a thought, not a threat. Already the anxiety shifts from this is reality to this is a story I'm telling. Then you go to move 2, 3 lines. You open your notes app or just whisper in the dark. What happened today? I shared my feelings. I didn't get the response I hoped for. What is in my control? I can give them space. I can decide how I talk to myself. I can choose not to beg for reassurance tonight. What I'm putting down for tonight? I can't control their mood or their reply. I'm putting down the urge to fix this at 1 a.m. You breathe. Your brain relaxes a little. It knows. We've acknowledged it. We're not ignoring it. We're just not solving it at midnight. Now, move 3. Memento Mori view from above. You imagine your older self, maybe 60, 70, 80, looking back at you in this bed on this ordinary night. That future you smiles a little and says, you think this moment decides everything. It doesn't. You have so many more days, so many more conversations. Don't trade this whole night of life for one unanswered text. You ask yourself, will this deserve a whole night of my life? The honest answer is no. You whisper, I won't spend a whole night on a 5-minute moment. Then you add one more line. Not tonight. My bed is for rest, not trial. That's your third pocket sentence. You place the phone screen down, you turn your head on the pillow. The situation isn't magically fixed. But you are different. The story loosened its grip. The day has been acknowledged, and your body finally has permission to sleep. Remember this. Your mind is allowed to be loud. Your heart is allowed to feel. Stoicism isn't about becoming a robot. It's about learning, as Marcus Aurelius said. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Tonight, your power is simple. Name the replay. Give it 3 lines. Zoom out with Memento Mori. You are not erasing your emotions. You're learning to steer them. So as we close, Here are your 3 takeaways. 1. Overthinking at night is your brain trying to protect you, not punish you. You can thank it and still guide it. 2. The dichotomy of control plus a tiny journaling ritual gives your mind a job that ends with rest, not chaos. 3. Memento Mori isn't morbid. It's a reminder. Your nights are part of your limited life. Spend them like they matter. Here's my question for you. Tonight, before you sleep, what is one thought you refuse to carry into tomorrow? Tell me in the comments. Write your sentence. Claim your night back. If this helped you feel a little calmer, a little more understood, and a little more in control of your mind, hit subscribe. Share this with someone who overthinks at night, and come back anytime you need a stoic voice to sit with you in the dark. You don't have to win every battle in your head tonight. You just have to choose peace for this one irreplaceable night of your life.